So we're at Nick's house in Benalmadena.
Yeah.
This is a special episode of Our Spanish Patio cross hot Pepa, which is a hot sauce, unlike any other, specific to Benalmadena. And I make the sauce and Nick grows the chilies. And this was the first year, this year just gone, where we sort of expanded from my little patio to his garden. As you can see here, there's like 35 odd plants. And it's now January 2022, and in anticipation of spring, we're going to be sticking an additional 6 chili peppers to add to the plantation, so that they can settle themselves and the roots can settle in time for the growing season, which will start in spring.
Yeah, just that it's not very glamorous at the moment. Most of the leaves have fallen. A few of them, you can still have leaves, and in fact, there's a few plants still growing chilies.
Which is crazy, right?
It's crazy.
January.
It's been, some of these plants have already produced for the 3rd or 4th time. So
and you worked out that last year, the production of these being the first year, a lot of the plants were tiny when you got them.
Yeah, and bear in mind that we started off with 4, expanded to 8, then doubled, and gradually we came up with these 30, 35 we have at the moment. But it's been a gradual process over the first 6 months.
And how many chilies do you reckon we've got out of this?
And I think I've worked out about 7 bags, between 400, 500 grams per bag. So I'd say, 3 kilos, 3.5 kilos. That's quite good. That's quite good.
That should be more next year.
How many bottles of hot pepper do you get out of 3 kilos?
I mean, we get. I think we, in terms of the hot peppers, the hot pepper element in a batch that maybe does 15, 20 bottles.
A batch is
a batch of hot pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, once one making of.
Okay.
I use about 200 grams.
Oh. Wow.
So
20 bottles. Well, we'd have to do the maths.
So this is not to do at home. On the screen here, Albert has put the math of 200 grams times 3.5, 4 kilos.
100 per kilo. 100 bottles per kilo.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
So next year we're going multinational.
We go multi-municipal. So what we're doing now is we just dug up a little bit of the soil. Nick's created a little enclosure, which I've just broke a little. And we're gonna plant these things. Choppity, choppity, choppity. Go on, Nick, you do it. I don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
So it's really logical actually. If you want the plant to grow outwards, never inwards.
Okay.
So what you do is you cut. See, I was doing this one here.
Yeah.
Now I don't really want this one to go inwards or this one to come out that way. I prefer it to go that way.
Yeah.
So you'd cut something. You'd leave. That's where it's going to head from.
Okay.
Wherever you cut it, it's going to sprout there. So you can kind of judge the direction, so that it kind of comes out like a copa as opposed to inwards. That's what you don't want. This stuff here.
Okay.
So Nick's laid out the plants that we're going to put in. What we have are 4 habanero plants and 2 slightly bigger jalapeno plants. It's a little bit tight for space. We probably have, the way he's laid it out is about right, because you do want to allow a little bit of space between the plants for them to get bigger. If you look at this second row here, middle row, sorry, they were fine when they were planted, but you can see clearly now there isn't much room for them to grow. And you don't really want plants to be all bunched together, all the foliage bunched, because if one gets a bug, they all get the bug, and that is it's more likely to get bugs and fungus and stuff like that if there's no air movement. So that's normally you kind of want 30. So you kind of have to have an idea of how big they get to then create that space when you plant it, in the anticipation of them getting to full size. So in this case, I think we'll just make them fit. Fuck it. Cool. Okay. So
off we go.
With chili plants, unlike many other plants, you can bury the stem a little bit and it won't hurt the plant. Most plants, house plants, when you buy them, you gotta bury it level with the level that is coming in the pot from the nursery. But chili plants are okay with getting some of the stem buried. They just grow lateral roots, so no problem there. So you can, the idea here is that you make the hole, drop the plant in with the pot, so you can see that it's about level, or that it's deep enough at least. And then just take it out and bang, and backfill it. That's it. Done.